What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Ghost Guide video. Today we're going to be talking about the shade. If you would like to see my settings for this particular match, they will be in the description box below. But without further ado, let's go talk about the shade. All right, welcome in. We found our ghost room, which is here. At least that's what the mirror showed us. Let's double check. Let's see what the temperatures are. 12.3 versus 20.9. I feel like that's going to be our ghost room. It does take time for the ghost room to drop in temperature, but that's why we compare it to other rooms. Ghost hasn't really done a whole lot here. Let's see. Any orbs? I do not see any orbs here. Well, actually, let's try Spirit Box here real quick. Where are you? Are you near? Are you far? Are you friendly? Are you friendly? Okay. Nothing happened in there. Let's step outside for a moment. Actually, let me go ahead and put some salt. Oop! Steppy steppies. Okay, no feet. Not even a single one. So it's probably not going to be an obake. However, I feel like I've seen obakes hide some of their feet, but not all of them. So I'm gonna go ahead and say this is probably not UV. I'm not gonna cross out orbs yet because orbs can be kind of sneaky, but I do real quickly want to go grab a candle. Bear with me 1 second. So what I'm gonna make sure to do is... Hello? That sounds like EMF 5. That is, in fact, EMF 5. What I want to do, though, is turn on the lights here and here so that the ghost can't interact outside of the room. If you did not know, ghosts cannot throw things when the lights are turned on, with the exception of a poltergeist. I'm going to turn this off because that is very loud. With the exception of a poltergeist doing its ability. I don't think I was in the room at the time. I'm not 100% sure, but we'll try that again. We'll try that again. So ghosts can interact through walls sometimes. And just the fact that my ghost is not doing anything. And we just got EMF. Okay, so maybe not a shade then. Maybe not a shade. You've convinced me, ghost. Oh, I also don't have dots up, so that's probably gonna help here. Actually, let's put it this way. All right, stop it there. Beautiful. So I'm kind of thinking it's probably not a shade, but it was just kind of not doing anything. And I want to make sure that the ghost can't reach through walls to interact with things or blow out candles or whatever from a different room that I am not presently in. So probably not a shade. If it is a shade, then something's not working right. All right, let's try Spirit Box again. Where are you? Are you near? Are you far? Are you here? Are you close? Are you friendly? Where are you? Are you friendly? Not getting Spirit Box at all, which is kind of telling me we probably don't have Spirit Box. We should have. So we have no UV. We did have EMF 5. I forgot to mark that off. It's steps and souls, so it's not a wraith. Let's double check for orbs. I don't know what else this could be then. I do not see any sneaky orbs here. As far as I can see, put that back on the tripod here. This could technically, actually without UV, it cannot be a Goryo. So we should be able to see dots in person if it is in fact dots. Let's go ahead and double check temps. Temps are not low enough yet. It's not doing a whole lot other than touching doors. Actually, I think it touched this door. It didn't even touch the door in our room. It blew out a candle. Let me go ahead and step outside, just in case maybe we have a bugged shade or something, but it's just not doing anything. Well, the second I left, it threw something, so I don't know. All right, so we still do not have writing in the book. I did leave to go grab some extra stuff, hoping that maybe having the extra stuff will help us figure out what this ghost is. Let me see here real quick. It's physically not doing anything when we're in the room. Hang on, let me try Spirit Box again. Where are you? Are you near? Are you friendly? Are you near? Okay, so we have freezing, which is kind of what I expected to see. I'm kind of expecting to see writing or Spirit Box, honestly. Because it's possible this could be the twins doing stuff elsewhere. What is this? A slipper? All right. Okay, I'm gonna step out again and just see if it starts getting active. Literally the second that I step out. How did you blow out that candle when I was in there? Write in the book. Write in the book. If you're a shade, write in the book. Excuse me? Okay. Sassy. Sassy ghost. All right, so I left for a little bit and it did write in this book. I don't know if you can see that, but this is a shade. I don't know how it blew out the candle when we were in the same room because the lights are turned on in the hallway and in the bathroom. So let's go ahead and just observe for a little bit while we talk about the shade. And also let this be a lesson that if you are not getting writing and you suspect you have a shade, just leave for a few minutes and then come back and it's likely to have written in your book. So shades are less likely to do interactions more than any other ghost, to include ghost events. At 100% sanity, your shade is going to have basically a 0% chance to do a ghost event, and this chance increases by 2% per percent sanity lost. So at 50% sanity, it basically has 100% chance to do a ghost event every time it attempts to do a ghost event. So if you just get into a match and you get insta ghost evented, you know for a matter of fact that it is not a shade. When it does do a ghost event, the shade has a higher chance of appearing as a shadow. If the ghost is made to appear using a summoning circle, music box, or monkey paw, it also has a chance of appearing as a black shadow rather than its full form when it's in the event stage. And of course, this reverts back to normal when it starts hunting. It's not going to hunt you in a shadow phase, but we'll have to use some of the cursed possessions to look at this because it's actually a very awesome way to determine if you have a shade sometimes. Like if you go to use the summoning circle and you have a shadow, you're like, ah, that's a shade. So with shades, as long as somebody is in the room, it'll be unable to perform any interactions. It cannot blow out candles. It cannot write in the book. It cannot throw things, knock on the door, touch doors, or excuse me, knock on the window, touch doors, anything like that. It can, however, throw things through the wall, which is why I wanted to make sure that I had the lights on here so that the shade can't throw things in the light. If it can't throw things in the light, then it can't throw things through the wall. So that's a very good way to test for shade. Turn on all the lights around the ghost room, keep the lights off in the ghost room so that if it is not a shade, it can throw items. And then just listen, just wait. This ghost hasn't done anything. Like, it was wandering over in the baby room over here, throwing things, but the baby room had no lights on. And so it was able to throw over there. So turning on the lights, make sure that nothing debates you and makes you think that this could potentially not be a shade when it actually is. The only other thing to really know about the shade is that it can't hunt you until 35% sanity. So it is a delayed hunter. So if you're sitting here and you're like, man, I should be low sanity by now. I should have been hunted a million years ago. The ghost is not doing anything, even though I have confirmed that this is in fact the ghost room because it's -9 degrees in this room. Then you may in fact have a shade, which is why I was kind of suspicious in the beginning. I still don't know. Maybe I was just like passing through the threshold and it blew out the candle. I don't know. Or who knows? It's hard to say. And maybe I didn't actually have this light on. I don't even remember anymore. The fact is that this ghost is not doing anything. And in fact, let me go ahead and bring some motion sensors in because we can at least confirm that the ghost is here. So perhaps this is any indication with how broken this game can be sometimes. We just had the ghost right in the book and blow out the candle while we are still in the same room. Unless for some reason this area is not considered the same part of the room, let me just go grab some sound sensors just in case, but they should be the same part of the room. All right, so sound sensor here and a sound sensor over here. We'll just double check to make sure that they are in fact part of the same room. It could be something with how the map is just designed. It could just not be working. See, it says boy bedroom on both of them. So it is in fact the boy bedroom, but for whatever reason, it was able to write in the book and also blow out a candle. Again, it's not supposed to be able to do that. And for the most part, it's not going to. However, I don't know. Sometimes things in games break. It's just is what it is. But you'll notice that, see, look! Okay, let me stand over here. Let me stand over here and see if we get the same kind of interaction. I feel like this is probably not being counted as part of the same room. I'm kind of wondering if that might be the case. So we'll stand over here and just see if it does anything. But unfortunately, we can't test for the book anymore. We can only test with the lanterns. This is wild to me. This is not supposed to happen. This shade is so busted, but listen, it was literally in one of the most recent updates where the shade is not supposed to be able to write in the book or blow out candles while you are in the same room. But listen, I don't code this game by any means, so just keep that in mind when I'm telling you this information. We are at 22% sanity. We are low enough for this ghost to start initiating hunts. So let me go back in and I will stand in the room for just a little bit, step outside, and we'll see if this ghost decides to initiate a hunt. Okay, so let me go ahead and step out here and we'll see if this ghost decides... Oh, immediately blows out a candle. Let's see if it starts to burn my crucifixes. Okay, there we go. It eventually burned my crucifix, but it did take a hot minute, which is, again, something that shades often like to do. Shades, again, won't hunt until 35% average sanity. They hunt at they hunt at 1.7 meters per second, not 50 meters per second. Can you imagine? Yeah, this ghost will never do anything if I just continue to stay in this room. I could, unless it wanders, it can wander out of the room and initiate a hunt elsewhere. However, as long as I'm in the room and the ghost does not leave, then I will never be hunted. And I could just stand here. So now that we have observed our shade, our broken shade, to say the least, real fast, I have some old information that I can't find in the Ghost Wiki anymore, so I don't know how true it is, but it's something that I want to bring up because, I don't know, it could still be applicable, just not in the wiki anymore. But that information is that for every ghost event, there is a 67% chance that it will be a ghost mist / airball ghost event. So that airball event that the Oni cannot do, the shade is supposedly more likely to do. And if it is going to manifest, it has a higher chance, a 67% chance of appearing as a shadow. So again, it's not in the Ghost Wiki, could potentially still be applied. We haven't gotten a single ghost event during this whole mission, and we probably won't, or we may probably not get one because I am about to take a pill. We're gonna go use the summoning circle. I'm gonna take another pill, then we're gonna use the music box, and maybe we'll even try it with a monkey paw too. And then after that, we can be low sanity. We can be low sanity and see if it does any ghost events, but who knows? I can't tell this ghost what to do. It's a very, very shy ghost, so who knows? But yeah, let's get to the summoning circle. All right, let's light this thing up, shall we? Again, we're gonna see shadow. Well, it's more likely to be in shadow form, but in this case it was not, which is very disappointing. All right, so that was kind of disappointing, but we're gonna take another pill and we're gonna use the music box and see if maybe it'll give us a shadow event then. Hopefully our ghost is still in the boys' room. I'm gonna double check to make sure that the ghost is in fact in the boys' room, because the music box, you kind of want to start it away from the ghost. Let's double check. It might be moving away, and I kind of suspect that it might be in the baby room. I think it's trying to move to the baby room, which is fine, because all I need to do is just keep the music box away from the ghost room. Might want to keep a flashlight on me. Okay, so we just want to walk our music box towards the ghost. And I'm going to try to keep my flashlight on so hopefully we can see the ghost a little bit better. It's still not in shadow form. This is the most broken shade on the face of the earth. I don't heckin' understand. Oh, okay. You... not shade. What the heck is that all about? What the heck is that all about? Okay, we have one more shot, you guys. One more shot at this. I don't even know if I'm gonna live. Oh, I'm kind of scared. It's fine. I wish to see the ghost. Still not shadow. All right, well, that was the most broken ass shade I've ever seen. So I think we're just gonna leave. And honestly, so we did get freezing, we got EMF 5, and we did get writing. I didn't fill that out. Honestly, if I can find a better shade, I will post a better shade, but I cannot guarantee that I will find a better shade because I think shades are just busted right now. Let's see it. Somebody explain to me how this was a shade. Shade's not doing what it's supposed to do. Anyway, I digress. If you have any questions or anything to add about the shade, please leave them in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next Ghost Guide video. Bye.